Welcome to the FCPA training series from Corporate Compliance Insights featuring CCI founder Maurice Gilbert and Tom Fox of Tom Fox Law. Tom has practiced law for 25 years and is now assisting companies with FCPA compliance, risk management, and international transactions. Tom writes and speaks around the world on a variety of topics ranging from FCPA compliance, indemnities, and other forms of risk management. The videos in this series provide an introduction to FCPA compliance for legal, compliance, and operations personnel. Please note, the information should not be considered all-inclusive, and we encourage viewers to seek professional advice prior to implementing any compliance program. So let's get started.
Hi, this is Maurice Gilbert with Corporate Compliance Insights, and in the studio today is Tom Fox of Tom Fox Law. Today we'll be discussing the FCPA Act. Tom, can you give our viewers an overview of what the FCPA Act covers?
The FCPA stands for the U.S. Foreign Corrupt Practices Act. It's a 1977 Watergate-era law that was passed that prevents U.S. companies from engaging in bribery and corruption of foreign governmental officials outside of the United States.
What constitutes a bribe under the FCPA?
There are generally three parts to what constitutes a bribe. The first one is it has to be something of value. Now, that something of value can be cash, it can be a gift, it can be travel, it can be entertainment, it can be the payment of education or medical expenses for the children of foreign governmental officials. So that part's quite broad. The second part is it has to be made with corrupt intent, meaning you had to intend that whatever you gave, you got something back for. The third part is to obtain or retain business, so that there has to be some sort of business that comes out of this. A key point, though, is it doesn't have to be successful. It's simply an offer of something of value.
Who is covered under the FCPA Act?
This is one of the real beauties of the FCPA. It's about as broad as the world has in terms of coverage of a law. It covers any U.S. company anywhere in the world. It covers any U.S. citizen, no matter who you work for, anywhere in the world. It covers foreign subsidiaries of U.S. companies. It covers U.S. subsidiaries of foreign companies. It covers foreign workers who work for U.S. companies anywhere in the world. So the coverage is just stunning in terms of its scope across the globe.
As with any law, I'm sure there are some exceptions or exemptions. What are they?
There are exceptions under the FCPA for reasonable and bona fide business expenses. These are generally recognized as travel, gifts, entertainment, or business courtesies. So, for instance, you can bring people to the United States for training. You can send them to see your operations in other parts of the world, but you can't spend lavishly on them. If you fly them, they have to be flown in business class, for instance. The same with gifts and entertainment. If there's a business purpose and if the spending amount is reasonable for the venue or the location involved. There's also a second section of exemptions, and that's generally recognized as what we would call facilitation or grease payments. These are small payments to obtain governmental services that you were entitled to anyway, so that if you're going through customs and you need to pay to have your visa processed quicker or your passport stamped quicker, to get fire services, police services, licenses, and permits. The key is two things. First of all, it has to be a relatively small amount. And the second thing is, and this is most critical, that it be properly documented on your books and records.
Mm-hmm. What about the penalties under the FCPA?
Yes, the penalties can be quite severe. For corporations, it can be $2 million for every violation of the FCPA. That is $2 million for each violation. So, for instance, if you have one bribe, that's $2 million. If you have a bribe and you do not properly record it on your books and records, that can be another $2 million. If you have a series of bribes, that's $2 million per bribe, plus $2 million per each books and records violations. For individuals, equally, the penalties can be quite severe, up to 5 years imprisonment for each violation. So some pretty stiff penalties both for corporations and individuals.
Tom, thanks for joining us, and we welcome you back for the next in our FCPA video series. Thanks for joining us today, and remember, Before implementation of your own FCPA compliance program, you may wish to seek professional advice. Also, as a reminder, please visit us online at corporatecomplianceinsights.com.